What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Traveling Crypto. So today I wanted to talk about the relationship between price and volume as it specifically relates to Bitcoin, and why volume could be the one thing that is actually hamstringing us with regards to reaching and sustaining higher price levels. Actually, after doing my analysis and finding this out, I was really surprised to see that Bitcoin hasn't dropped to further lower levels based on the alarming amounts of volume that we see on the 1 week chart. Now, this is something I actually haven't seen on anybody else's video or on an article. I mean, we do talk about, periods of low volume and, unprecedented low volume, at least since the December, January rally in the cryptocurrency market, but I haven't seen anybody talk about this specifically. And I was looking at the volume on the 1 week chart today and noticed something pretty alarming. So let us get right into it. The cryptocurrency market cap currently sits at 380 bill. That seems to be actually a major point of resistance. We know that 400 billion is definitely a major point of resistance, but we haven't been able to close above around 380 billion consistently. We might get to 390 one day and then jump back to 380. So 380 seems to be the current resistance, with 400 being the major point of resistance, our next target. And as you guys know, the higher that the market cap grows, the lower the BTC dominance has been, and vice versa. So there's an inverse relationship between these two. Looking at the cryptocurrency prices, obviously I'm going to change this to BTC because I don't trade in USD or any sort of fiat. I usually buy alts with BTC. So there are a few clear winners, and by few, I mean very few. Tron being one. We actually sent out a trade alert for Tron. If you want to get access to the trade alerts, which are sent out on the Discord page, then go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon link that is in the description. All right, besides Tron, we see that BNB is making a nice little rally both in the last week, the last 24 hours, and the last hour. We see that Decred is also making a nice little rally. But anyway, the point is they're few and far in between. So let us jump right into BTC analysis, and I'll show you what I was talking about with regards to volume. All right, looking at the 1 week chart, and here is where the discussion of volume becomes very pertinent. So first of all, we see a possible reverse head and shoulder pattern forming. Now, obviously I say possible because we haven't yet completed the right shoulder, but based on what we know about patterns and based on what we know historically about Bitcoin, this has a very high chance of forming. Now, is a reverse head and shoulders typically a bullish pattern? Yes, if taken with other indicators, or if other indicators confirm that there is bullish movement as well. One of them, and one of the most important ones, being volume. Now, looking at the volume, here is the alarming point that I discovered this morning. This line right here, and I get this question a lot on the Discord. So this line, this orange line right here that you see with the volume indicator, this is a volume moving average, and by default it's set to 20 periods. So because we're looking at the 1 week chart, this is a 20-week moving average of the volume. Look at how many weeks in a row we have not even neared this 20-week moving average of the volume, and how unprecedented that is. So if you count them, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're now on the 10th week. So almost 10 weeks running, unless something miraculous happens this week. 10 weeks we are going to be under the 20-week moving average for volume. Look, going back, this hasn't happened since, and here this is 2016 territory. So this hasn't happened since July of 2016, with this period right here where we had this really low volume. Now, what is the relationship between price and volume? A lot of people think that, or a lot of traders think that, you need volume in order for price to increase. That is not the case. What volume provides you with is an indication of how strong the movement is, or how strong the momentum is. So you can definitely get an increase in price without there being a ton of volume backing it. But the sustainability at that price level is more precarious or tenuous if there isn't the volume to back it. So yes, Bitcoin could get to 10,000 without volume, but that most likely means that we will see a quick retracement back down without the volume supporting it. So that is why the relationship between price and volume is so important. Also, another thing to note, and beginning traders or novice traders may not know this, but volume precedes price. When we are looking for indications of a reversal in a trend, you're looking at volume because volume precedes price, right? You can think of it as a leading indicator, much in the same way that, say, a stochastic is a leading indicator. RSI is considered a lagging indicator. And what a lagging indicator means is that they are price derived, right? These indicators are formed after price is already achieved, whereas volume precedes price, right? So if we see a possible reversal in the market, you want to look at the volume to see if there is volume to back a confirmation of that reversal, or to back a certain movement upwards or even downwards, right? You want to see how strong that movement is. As a matter of fact, looking at this, yes, we've had 10 weeks of trading beneath the moving average for volume. But if you go all the way back to January, so this entire year, we've only really crossed this moving average 4 times, and all 4 times we've had red volume bars, indicating most likely that there were sell-offs happening in these spaces. So really, volume has been a killer for Bitcoin in 2018. So yes, I mean, while we're technically, in a downtrend, right? After hitting these 20K highs, if you just isolate it to 2018, we're really trading sideways in this channel here. But again, there really can't be a push. Even retesting this resistance level of around 11,600, 11,500, we can't even retest these levels without there being significant volume. And that's why every time you see a rally like these 5 weeks that we've had 5 green candles in a row, and we thought there was a reversal. If you remember, a lot of people, including me, said that this might be an indication of a reversal, but we need volume to confirm it. And that's why volume is so important. The fact that volume has remained stagnant or even declined since the beginning of this 5-week rally, I mean, that is a clear indication that there isn't enough to support this rally. And so we will stay trading within this channel. And then, possibly, obviously, this is a market, so the worst can happen. We could even fall below this channel. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves, because there isn't an indication of that yet. Now, the thing is, with this reverse head and shoulders pattern, we drew this roughly based on where we are currently, but this right shoulder can actually, the price within this right shoulder can actually decline all the way up until we near the head of this reverse head and shoulders, right? It technically will still be a reverse head and shoulders. So we could see a decline just based off of this, all the way down to around 6,900, and we would still complete this reverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, the hope is, with all the news of products being set up to introduce institutional investors into crypto, or to ingratiate crypto into the traditional markets somehow, that, the hope is that we get more volume into the market, because without that, if this volume continues to stagnate or even decline, we might see declining prices in the future. That is it for this video. I hope you got something out of it. Subscribe to the Patreon for the trade alerts and the weekly report. Again, I will be going to the Blockchain Connect conference in Silicon Valley, June 26th and 27th. There's 20% off tickets if you guys want to go. I will be giving away a free ticket this week or next week to that conference. Another thing, I updated my website. It is now live. You can see a live snapshot of my portfolio here with the percentages of the coins that I have in my portfolio. I'll always talk about having a solid portfolio distribution that you keep track of as you are continuing to trade. So for those of you that are interested, here is my portfolio and the percentages of coins within my portfolio on the website. So go to the website now. It is actually live, thetravelingcrypto.com. I'm also updating the merchandise section where you can get your hands on some fun crypto wear. We have the BTFD hats. If you're not new to this channel, you know what that means. Buy the fucking dip. We even have the ones with Warren Buffett's cute face on it here. There is the infamous Pablo coin merchandise that a lot of you on the Discord have been asking for. So yeah, head on over to the travelingcrypto.com. Most important thing about the site, for me at least, is the snapshot of my portfolio, because a lot of you have been asking me about this, and I just wanted a centralized place for you guys to be able to access at any point in time in order to see a live snapshot of my portfolio. All right, guys, leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for the notifications. Stay safe out there. Peace.